Right, so these are a couple of stories that I saw on CBS Morning News that I wanted to cover. The first one being in reference to the U.S. Marine Corps, and the next one being in reference to the economy. So let's see what the CBS Morning News reports on those two issues.
Marine Corps leaders promised to change their culture following a photo-sharing scandal. The Marines' top general faced very angry senators on Capitol Hill yesterday, and he promised to create new social media guidelines. Hundreds of Marines are accused of posting nude and other inappropriate pictures of female Marines online. David?
No, actually, the female Marines posted inappropriate pictures of themselves online. The male Marines just reposted it. Being men, they like to see naked women. All right. If you're a female Marine and you want to join the U.S. Armed Forces, you should try to not have a history of promoting yourself as a whore. All right, let's try that first.
David Martin is at the Pentagon with more on this story. David, good morning.
Good morning. About 500 current and former Marines have been identified as sharing nude photos of female Marines.
Being men, you like to see a naked woman's body. That happens. That's part of the culture of being in the military or playing for a sports team. That's part of what they call locker room culture.
Over the Facebook page called Marines United, that page has been taken down, but investigators have found at least 17 more sites containing thousands of photos.
I felt disgusting. I felt violated.
Savannah.
Did you feel disgusting and violated when you took those photos of yourself, when you took those nude photos of yourself, or did you just feel disgusting and violated when those pictures were reproduced?
Savannah Cunningham has enlisted in the Marines, but not yet reported to boot camp. Even so, she's already become a victim.
Now, the woman that they showed looks completely different from these photos here. It looks like she's been through a lot.
A victim of the social media scandal.
No, she victimized herself. Many of these modern day women like to live their life out on social media and then act like victims when the pictures or the photos that they themselves post are reproduced for people that supposedly they did not want to see the photos.
When a private video she made was circulated.
A private video, meaning a video of sexual content. See, they're showing you these harmless videos to make you think that that these are the photos and the videos that are in question. When they say a private video, it obviously means some type of sex tape or sex video, allegedly.
Circulated on a Marine Facebook page.
I had people messaging my current boyfriend, and
you have people messaging your quote-unquote current boyfriend. So in other words, that's the guy that you plan on leaving once you join the Marine Corps.
And me saying that they had seen me on that page, and it was pretty awful.
Cunningham says the men made crude comments on photos stolen from her Instagram account.
You mean men made sexual comments based on the fact that you had a sexual video?
I didn't want to be labeled as a trouble, you know what I mean? So I just, kept to myself and kept quiet about the whole issue.
She seems mentally fragile. I don't know if she's built for the Marine Corps. I mean, if people reproducing a photo is going to cause you to have a nervous breakdown, I don't know what being in live combat is going to do to you.
Hundreds of current and former Marines have been identified as using Facebook and other websites to share nude photos of female Marines.
Do you agree with me? This is...
You can only share nude photos of photos that were posted. That's all you can. That's all you can do. If you're a female and you want to join the Marine Corps, shouldn't you make sure before you join the Marine Corps that you have eradicated any and all naked photos that you might have posted of yourself on the internet? Why would you post naked photos of yourself on the internet and then wonder how they got reproduced when you join a high testosterone-filled environment like the Marine Corps?
This is one of the darkest moments, and it needs to be fixed.
Yes, Senator. Outraged senators grilled Marine Commandant General Robert Neller on...
Now you have a Marine Corps general that has to deal with all this nonsense because over women. That's really what it's over. It's a lot of nonsense that's created because they have to force the inclusion of women into the Marine Corps. It just is what it is.
Neller on Capitol Hill Tuesday.
It is a serious problem when we have members of our military denigrating female Marines who will give their life to this country in the way they have, with no response from leadership. Who is being held accountable for doing nothing since 2013? Who?
For those of you who don't know, that moron, Kristen Hildebrand, she was tapped to replace Hillary Clinton as a New York State Senator. Now she's trying to use this situation to broaden her name, hopefully probably for another political run later on, or for some type of higher office. And now this guy has to tolerate that verbal abuse, and he has to allow himself to be shamed over something as silly as naked photo sharing. I wonder if the male Marines who may have had their naked photos shared, if they reacted as emotionally. Just something that I wonder.
I'm not going to sit here and duck around this thing. I'm not. I'm responsible. We've got to change. And that's on me.
Wow, he should have got the Oscar for that performance, because I doubt if he gives a damn. That's just another mess that he's going to have somebody else clean up. Now you see, this is going to be another female Marine who is going to use this situation to get a name and get some money for herself.
Not in my Marine Corps co-founder Aaron Kirk Cuomo served from 2006 to 2010. Were you aware of these photo sharing sites when you were in the Marines?
We were very much aware of these sites when I was in the Marine Corps. We brought these sites directly to leadership.
Were you aware that you should not have been taking naked photos of yourself if you want to represent the U.S. Marine Corps?
The Marines are issuing a new and stronger policy on social media conduct, but Kirk Cuomo doesn't think it will make much difference.
We're going to have another death by PowerPoint for Marines to have to sit through, another annual training that they're just going to roll their eyes and be like, okay, check in the box. Let's be done with this and go about our lives.
Yeah, because they probably have other things to worry about, like live artillery being fired at their heads. They don't have time to worry about how embarrassed some low self-esteem having female is because her naked buttocks was shown on Facebook or on some internet sharing website, a photo that she herself took to get attention for herself. That's probably why.
General Neller will meet behind closed doors with Marines at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina today. He will tell them in no uncertain terms just how unacceptable this photo sharing is, but he will also be trying to understand this phenomenon of social media. At 64 years of age, he is, in his own words, generationally challenged.
No, what he's challenged about right now is he's trying to figure out, why is this such a big deal when these women have taken these photos of themselves? But as we know in this society, if they can, they're going to make the woman a victim. If they can, they're going to allow her to escape any type of culpability for her own actions. To me, if you're going to report something, report about the rapes that are going on in the military, both hetero and homosexual rapes that are going on. All right. That's a bigger story than people sharing some naked photos. If you're not strong enough mentally to deal with the repercussions of posting naked photos of yourself and then having those photos reproduced, then you should not be in the military.
Nora?
But you know what? For now, that's it on that. All right. This is the continuation of the Marine sex scandal, the sex photo scandal topic. Let's see what they have to say now.
Congress is considering a new law to criminally punish members of the military who share intimate photos without consent. The Pentagon is investigating charges that hundreds of Marines posted and traded nude photos of their female colleagues online. They are also accused of posting pictures from the women's social media accounts.
Are they going to crack down on women who are posting naked photos of themselves?
And writing sexually aggressive comments about them. There are more than 180,000 active duty Marines. About 8% of them are women. Jan Crawford's at the Pentagon with One Marines Call for Action. Jan, good morning.
And about 1% of them are actually there to fight. A lot of these females that join the Marine Corps are only there to fulfill a sexual fetish as it is. No disrespect. I know that certain people might not like that comment, but that's similar to the women who decide that they want to be correctional officers in prisons. A lot of them have sexual fantasies about having sex with prisoners, and that's why they join in the first place.
Good morning. So victim Erica Butner told us that the online post made her feel betrayed, although she says she wasn't surprised, and she hopes that by speaking up, she'll encourage other women to do the same.
You're telling me there's 30,000 people in this Facebook group and like not one person said anything?
When Eric,
I think with a face like that, you should be happy that you got anybody that made any type of sexual comment about a photo of yours. You know that she has 2 piercings in her nose and 1 in her top lip, and 5 pounds of makeup on. But, we know she's a nun.
Erica Butner learned some of her fellow Marines were making crude comments on a picture of hers circulating online. She was disgusted. What was that like, knowing that some of these guys may have been the ones putting these comments up about you?
How are you supposed to trust these people that you potentially could be going to combat with when they're objectifying you and sexualizing you and targeting you?
Yeah, after you sexualize yourself.
I am frustrated by how we have got to this point.
On Thursday, Congresswoman Jackie Speier introduced the Service Members Intimate Privacy Protection Act, a new bill prohibiting military service members from sharing intimate images without consent. Butner, who served 5 years in the Marine Corps, was clothed in the post, but many other victims were not. Hundreds of...
So were they unclothed digitally, or were they unclothed of their own volition?
Of illicit pictures of female Marines were stored on a Google Share drive. The link posted on the Facebook group Marines United.
The behavior is not a representative of what it means to be in the Marine Corps.
Marine veteran Marshall Childs was part of the group until last week when it was taken down. Childs, who's an administrator of another Marine Facebook group, Marines Unchained, believes the posts don't reflect the group's intended purpose. He says social media provides an important support system for veterans.
Marines United especially was very vocal on veteran suicide prevention, so we were able to...
That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the website stopped Marines from committing suicide. All that matters are the 2% of women who had their naked photos commented on. That's all that matters.
To get with each other if there was a certain veteran out there who needed help.
The Marine Corps I've served for over 40 years has a problem.
According to Marine Commandant Neller, about 500 members of the 30,000-person group were involved in sharing the illicit photos.
This runs so prominent in the military that it needs to be fixed. That's why I'm here, because I want this to change.
No, you're there because you want some money and you want some attention. With a face like that, that's the only way you're going to get attention.
Because I want some young female Marine to be able to stick up for herself the next time this happens, because it will happen again.
Now, Butner told the military, she said, that she'd shared details about that Google Share drive of photos back in January, but she didn't hear back from them until after the story broke. And we reached out to NCIS for comment. They said they will not discuss details of ongoing investigations.
Good. Now, the other story I want to report on very quickly is this little story about the interest rate increased by the Federal Reserve. This person, Jill Schlesinger, she's going to give you a really half-assed understanding of what the Federal Reserve does. Well, let's let her talk.
CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
First, what does this tell us about the health of the economy?
Well, it tells us that the Federal Reserve believes the economy has gained some strength. There are 2 jobs that the Fed has. Make sure the economy is strong enough to create jobs, and make sure it doesn't move too quickly as to create inflation.
The main job that the Federal Reserve has is to print the money that you use, what's known as fiat money. There is no gold or silver backing the money. All right, so the Federal Reserve's job is to stabilize or destabilize the economy as they see fit. All right, they are the ones who can create inflation or take away inflation because they control the flow of the amount of money that is printed. All right, the U.S. Congress cannot print money. They can only coin it. There is no longer gold or silver in circulation. So it's the Federal Reserve's job to print the money. They are the ones who determine the state of the economy. All right. That's why they can raise interest rates and lower interest rates. That is their job. All right. So they're the ones who control job growth and everything all through the money. Everything is about money creation. All right. What's accepted as money as opposed to what is actually money, which is gold, silver, land, resources, precious metals. All right. That's all real money is, crops. But anyway, this is just a little intro to some things I'll probably be talking about in the near future. All right. Peace.